Welcome back, I'm the Watch Nerd. On this video, we're going to be comparing dials. This is a very cool comparison because this hits very much home for me because this is my actual watch. The Oyster Perpetual, 41 millimeters, new to 2020. This is one of the greatest entry points in the Rolex collection, and I'm extremely excited for me to get into this video. But before we do, I just want to keep announcing the Chanel chain giveaway. I'm going to be giving out this chain as soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to be entered, 4 steps in the description below. Let's hop right into it. Now, jumping right into it, here are the both watches right next to each other. These are both the same exact reference number. The only difference is being the dial. And they're actually both the same size. And there is something I do want to talk about. This one was mine. This one is not mine. This one's already sold. I get to do a quick video on it though before sending it off. And I'm very excited because I have mine right next to it. So both of these watches, same finishing. As you can see, the dial is the crowning achievement. Now this is a flat black, black, I should say, a flat green dial, an emerald green. On camera, it does not look as vibrant, I should say, maybe as it does in person, but it is still very much beautiful. And the other side, we have a silver dial with yellow gold indices. You recently, actually my last video, if you want to go check out my last video, there was an Oyster date. And it had these yellow gold indices. It's an old, kind of referencing the older styling. They would typically have like yellow gold inside because white gold really wasn't a thing in Rolex at the very beginning. I don't believe they started using them till a little bit later. So they would have whatever precious metal on a steel watch as yellow gold. It's a cool reference to back then. Definitely you get that feel with this watch. This watch also has a major issue, and I want to get into it very quickly. So these were both bought at different official dealers, but they should be the same thing because they're both brand new. But listen to the bracelet on this. I'm going to be quiet for a little bit. Now, I definitely can hear that. I don't know how good it came out in camera until later in editing, but you should be able to hear the rattle on this bracelet. It is not a good rattle. This is something you would find on a cheaper watch. And we'll compare it to my personal one. The clasp is still very tight on this one because it's really pretty much unworn. You know, there's not really a noticeable difference, nothing wrong, but let's compare it to mine very quickly. My Oyster Perpetual. See how quiet it is? And I'm shaking it the same. I am shaking it the same. No sound. No sound. So I don't know what it is. Rolex, something. Please tell me what is up with this. Nothing. This is major. This one definitely feels a lot lighter in the hand. Now, this could be really insanity. I do not. You know what? I'll actually weigh both of them. I will, and I will give you a weight. I'll do that, and I'll edit it and I'll show you a picture because this is not. It feels much lighter. This has never been polished, just so you know. That's just factory like that. Mine's completely silent. That's actually concerning too, because that is Rolex themselves. Maybe something happened with the watch. I don't know. But I mean, the aesthetics are exactly the same. There's nothing different. Sizing, I don't know what it could be, honestly. I have no idea. But that's these both to their side. Aesthetically, they are different. Technically, nothing, right? I do prefer the green in almost every way possible. That's different about it. The silver sunburst is just not I think it's a little tacky, it's a little cheesy. It's also in the Datejust line, so it's not special to just this line. I really don't like this watch. I highly doubt it will be trading over retail in the future. I don't think that this has a possibility. This, on the other hand, green is extremely rare. Dial, it is just a better dial in my opinion, and it's unique. You really don't find a no sunburst green dial, beautiful piece. Now, not to say that this isn't a good everyday watch, the Oyster, Perpetual and Silver, or the regular dials, but I think this is unique, and collectors in the future will be running for this one instead of this one. And that's just my take. Yes, you could say you are biased because I own this one, but there's also a lot of people in the watch community that will agree that this watch is much better. Let's get 2 wristwatch checks really quick. I don't know why this feels a lot worse, this bracelet. Ooh, that was there. It feels much lighter. There's something up. I will weigh this. I'm never, compared to mine, maybe mine has an extra link. I mean, that could be possible. And these are not fake. I know for sure because this has box and papers. This is pretty much new, unworn. Let's weigh mine. Well, put mine on. I'll show you, and then we'll weigh it after. I don't know. I like mine better in every way. But I know it's like saying mine versus somebody else. If you have this watch, it's great for you. Honestly, it's a cool watch. I spent some time with it. Just aesthetically, I do not. I actually, if AD offered it to me, AD even traveling, and I'll never be there again, I don't even think I would accept this watch. Honestly, that's how strong I really feel for it. Today I saw a 34 version at retail. It was at retail because, you know, it's very hard to sell a 34. They're definitely not trading over the retail price. But that really doesn't matter to me, the retail price. I just like the aesthetics, and this one is probably one of the worst looking watches. Definitely the worst, Oyster Perpetual, in my opinion. Now, this is such a subjective thing because, I mean, the watch is beautiful. It's a screw down crown. You know, you have everything with it. The movement is a fantastic no date sub movement, which is in all of them, and then one position. So very, very nice watch. I don't know the rattle though. That's really concerning. Something really concerning. But look at it. It's a cool timepiece. Definitely though, I always say that the rarity and the specialness, I don't know if that you should say that word, but the more special dial will win in the long term. I think that if Rolex were to discontinue part of it, because they do have a lot of Oyster Perpetuals out there, they would discontinue some of the special colors. They would keep these. These I feel that they would have them a long time. These remind me of the earlier ones, the 39 millimeters, where they what they had was they just had a I don't know. They had the Sunburst, which is a more expensive dial. Yes, to produce it is. But there was nothing really crazy special about them. And that's why I never gravitated towards the 39 millimeter ones. The grape dial was pretty nice. But when this came out, I said, I have to have it. You know, I need to have something this cool. Because if you wanted a dial like this, you would either have to go to the original ones in the Day-Date line, or B, you wouldn't get really this type of dial, but you would get a Sunburst and something like the Daytona, the John Mayer. You cannot buy a green watch anymore. Yeah, and steel, you cannot. This is the only one. You're stuck with this, or you don't get a green watch. You can get a Starbucks, but you're only going to get the bezel, so you're not looking. This silver Sunburst, I mean, what you have to ask yourself, what in the collection doesn't have a silver Sunburst? Because a lot of watches have a silver Sunburst. It's almost as much as like the, let's say, champagne, I believe, is a little more, but let's say black dial. That's pretty much the another one they use a lot. And the green is something that, in my opinion, will always reign supreme. Let me know your comments down below. I know this was kind of a versus video. If you want to know more specs on both of these watches, you can watch my review on this, because it's the same thing. The finishing, the high polish on the bezel, and everything like that is, all on the main video. This was just to compare one of the dials. Maybe I can do a few more comparisons. The Tiffany blue would be a very, very nice comparison. If we do get that in, I will do a comparison on that. But let me know down in the comments, what would you choose and why? You know, even if you like this better, which I bet some people do, I mean, it's all personal opinion, I would love to know why you like it more. And what makes it so special. The one thing I don't mind is the yellow gold, but then I think it's very tacky. So I do mind it. The more I think about it, the more I mind it. The more I look at the watch, it started out as, you know what, I kind of like them both equally in different ways. And then slowly, the more time I spent with it, the more I dislike this watch. And I'm so fortunate and glad that my official dealer pulled through for me and actually gave me this watch with no buy history. I'm very, very happy. So that's just a lesson for all of you. If you want a piece, just keep showing up at your AD. Eventually they'll have to give it to you. You know, you might have to wait a while like I did. I waited from the first week from when it was released. I called them literally like a few minutes after, you know, till now. Well, not now, a few months ago, I believe. It has been already a few months since I actually had this watch. But love to know everything in the comments. I'm definitely will be commenting back on a few of these because this is such a cool subject. Thank you, and I will catch you in the next one. If you do want the Chanel chain giveaway, I will definitely follow the 3 steps and I will put you into the giveaway. Thank you, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a fantastic day.